to another video. It's been a good few days since I've managed to have the time to come back down in the Lego room and start really working on this project. I've got my drawings out and I've kind of like arranged where I want things to go, but I've not like fully put everything down, like cemented. My little one has gone upstairs now. He kind of got bored, but he has been helping me with this, and he actually gave me a really good idea. He's 3, by the way, but he was just casually playing with, so I let him play with these 2 ships here, which I don't know why, but he really loves them. And he was basically telling me that he wanted to like park the ship, and I was like, yeah, that was a really good idea, because when I did the Star Destroyer hangar up there, I did these beautiful little yellow lines for when the ships park, and I was like, that'd be really good to implement into this MOC, because even though the Rebels like bases, they're quite like skitty and they're not very symmetrical like the Imperial hangars are. So, but I did, like I said, the previous video, I wanted to implement something that my little one has come up with, and he came up with a really good idea. I thought he was going to come up with something where I was like, oh, I really do not want this in the MOC, but it turned out to be a really good idea. So let's get straight into where I'm at with the MOC. It's going to be a quick video because my little one's gone upstairs to watch movies, and any minute now you're probably going to hear him shout daddy because he wants me to go upstairs and watch a movie with him. So give it about 10 minutes, enjoy the video, remember to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video if you think this MOC is awesome. So I've listened to a few of your suggestions on the previous video, and I probably won't tell you exactly what I got because I kind of want to make it into like a little haul video, so just an extra video for you guys to watch. But yeah, I've spent some money. I spent some decent amount of money, and that's the thing with Lego, right? So I bought 2 ships specifically for the MOC, and I ended up with a lot more than just 2 ships for the MOC. But yeah, let's wait for another video for me to tell you what I've gone and bought. So previously, for the last week, when you walk into the Lego room, there are pieces everywhere. Like today, I went out and got some more pieces from my local toy store. They sell like £6 cups, which is unbelievable. Like you can just pack so much in there. I've also been to the pub wall as well. It's been pretty crazy. This is all the pieces from my Lego City that I really do not miss, but thank you because I got so many pieces out of it. And yeah, this is where we're at with the MOC. As you can see, it is ridiculously big. That's one of my biggest MOCs compared to this. Like I said, I'm going full out on this. This is going to be awesome. It actually looks better on camera as well. Like, yeah, this is awesome. So let me quickly take you through it. I knew that I wanted to make this a hangar, and I didn't want the interior walls to like overpower the Millennium Falcon and the other ships that I'm going to be put in there. And I don't want the Ghost and all these other cool ships to kind of like be hidden behind this great big wall. So to show you guys that I have done a hangar and I've kind of like give it that hangar effect, I thought I would just go in on building this really beautiful archway for the hangar to kind of like the entrance, and I've made like a little path, and there's going to be more bushes. I don't think there's enough like foliage, even though it looks very green. There's just a lot of studs showing, so I'm just going to put like little bits and bobs. That's such a weird way to call foliage, but you know what I mean. I'm going to put some more bits down here and have this grand entrance, and I've got an idea for this piece up here. That's why I've left that there, but I've done something really clever with these bushes. And what I mean like with this MOC is this has taken me like 4 days. This bit here is 4 days worth, because I come down here, I spend like an hour or 2 down here, and I basically just really wanted to make sure that I'm putting the right amount of thought into this MOC, which I think I am. So we'll start off with this wall. So as you can see, it's built on a slant, which is really cool. Like that's a pretty cool feature anyway, to kind of, instead of going to like the straight lines, which Lego kind of like make you do, it's not. And I've gone for a very cool angled wall. And the way I've done this is I've got one of these pieces and I've put it under this piece, and then one under this piece as well. So it literally is held on by 2 little studs, which is quite shaky, but I'm not going to be like doing anything crazy in there. Like my little one did try fly a few ships under there, and I was like, if you touch it, it'll probably fall down and I'll probably cry, because it's very strategically built. Even though it doesn't look like it, it is, because I'm going to do some storytelling, some different pieces and bits around the back. I've left a little opening there for something which is going to be quite cool. So around the back you can see it's very like unfinished, because I've got lots of pieces to add to this, and I just wanted to get the angle of it done first, and then I can go in and really start building on it. But basically, to get the angle of the wall looking like that, I've gone quite strategic, and I've basically just used pieces like this, so they're not actually held together or anything. This wall is completely separate to that. It's got nothing to do with it. I just wanted that really cool angle, and then be able to like use the wall like that. So to hide these horrible pieces that I can't actually fit any pieces into the gap, got some foliage and literally just stuck it on in a way where you can't see it anymore. And I think that's a really clever idea. Like, don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I've gone from like building Hoth and building Endor to kind of like really figuring out how to actually do this. And the same here as well. I've built up like bits of greenery up here, and as you can see, if you look closely, there's a straight gap there as well, but I've tried to hide it with foliage. And I'm obviously going to go back round and do little pieces. Like this wall is meant to be arched up a bit more here, and then same here. Like I don't really like the sudden drop, but yeah, I think it's a really cool like start to the markets. It's definitely like a cool like starting piece for the rest of the market. I've also added the Yavin base tower, but this isn't Yavin, by the way. Like I don't want it to represent Yavin, because Yavin looks nothing like this, and I kind of want it to be its own creation. But I thought it'd be cool just to have a little trooper up there and kind of bring a bit of Yavin into it. But yes, let me get this straight, it's not Yavin. What I've done here is I'm actually going to put like a little R2 unit in here, just kind of like hidden away for a little Easter egg in the future, or probably just make my own robot. I don't know yet, but that's why I've left a gap there, and I haven't there because I'm going to put a control panel here. So at the back, I'm going to build some doors that will probably come up to about here. So behind here, there'll be like doors like this, just so you can see that they can close. And then of course a little control panel here as well to open the door. And then I'm going to put something like a little camera or lights or something on here, which will be pretty cool. And then yeah, that is the start of the MOC so far. So with all the pieces, it's like I said, it's not as straightforward as the Imperial hangar. This is very like symmetrical, tiled off, clean looking. Like that is what you get from an Imperial hangar. Whereas a Rebel base, it's kind of like gritty, and there's going to be bushes overhanging, and all the flooring isn't going to match and stuff. And basically what I've done is I did want to go tiles. Like it would have cost so much money, because the Imperial base cost me a lot of money to cover in black tiles. So I don't know how much this would cost if I was to get light grey, black tiles, dark grey tiles, different like tan, green, because I want the floor to be like really rigged and just look messy, because that's how I see a Rebel base. So for me to kind of not blow the budget, because of course I am a father and I've got a family to look after and stuff, and yes, I do buy a lot of Lego, but at the same time I know where to draw the line, and I don't want this Rebel base to kind of just cost hundreds of pounds, because yeah, my Vinted order that I've put in has already come up to over £100. So yeah, I only wanted one little X-Wing, and yeah, I ended up getting a lot more than that. So I'll save that for another video. But yeah, if you don't like it, it's tough to be honest, because yeah, I'm on a budget, but this is basically what the flooring is going to look like throughout the whole thing. Of course, I've only got green base plates, so that's why there's loads of green there, but it's going to be all covered in greys, blacks and different colours. But the only thing that I'm worried about is I don't want the Millennium Falcon to kind of blend in with the flooring, which is kind of only my thing about this MOC at the moment. It doesn't blend in there. Like, so I basically, to put the Millennium Falcon down, I've told everything off and put plates down and stuff. So that is where the Millennium Falcon is going to sit. But everything else at the moment is kind of just green. Obviously I've got some grey plates here, which works perfectly because I want like a bit of, you know, uneven flooring as well. Like I've put little ramps down, and some pieces are just taller than other pieces because, again, I'm going for that really messy look. And obviously I am going to go back over this, and like if I do find grey tiles amongst all these pieces, which I know there's a lot of grey tiles and stuff in here from the city, like all this sort of stuff, I'm going to like place it back over it and kind of just finish it off really nicely. And yeah, look, let me know. I'm kind of like out of my depth with how big this one is, and you know, that's like six pounds worth of plates just here, and some plates that I found in my parts, let alone all this to be plated, and then probably finish off with some tiles like this. It's going to be very expensive, I know it is. And luckily with like the June stuff, like the stuff that I want from June comes to I think about 60 quid, so that's kind of cool that I can kind of put my June budget into this as well. But yeah, with a baby on the way very, very soon, I will not be able to spend hundreds on Lego, so I'm kind of like putting all my money into this without bursting the budget. That's why I'm kind of like going all in on this now, because I know when baby's here, I will just be able to come down, put a few pieces down, he'll start crying, I'll run upstairs, and that'll be done for the evening. I won't be on Vinted buying loads of pieces and sets and minifigures and stuff, so I've kind of like gone all in now, and then throughout the build you're going to see like loads of progression because all the pieces will come. And if you listen closely, you'll be able to hear my little one calling me for movie night. So I'm going to finish off very, very soon. I just wanted to quickly show you. So my little one was playing with these ships, and he basically wanted to have somewhere where he could park them. And I was like, okay, we'll implement this. So when the mock's finished, I can be like, this was your idea. Like, we put 2 nice little landing spots for you. And this is where one of the E-wings is going to go. So I'm going to pop the E-wing back. I didn't have it on the table because I didn't really want him playing with this. It's not really one of the sets that he can play with. But yeah, that's basically going to be the E-wing. And then I've got an A-wing and I've got an X-wing as well coming. So I'll have 4 ships, and it kind of like brings the Millennium Falcon into scale. Like, look how big that thing is. It's going to look so awesome. That compared to an A-wing is, yeah, it just looks wicked. So I don't always have to like park them really symmetrical. Like, I'm gonna have to do some more kind of research on how the Rebel hangars look, but I think like even slightly at an angle just kind of makes it more rebel-y. That's not even a word, but yeah, more not symmetrical. And I basically want it to look like a 3-year-old has built this, but a 3-year-old that's just won Lego Masters. So that's kind of like the goal that I'm going for. So I want it to look like what I'm trying to make it look like without breaking the budget, as well as making it look awesome. So yeah, that is everything I've got so far. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Like, it's huge, it's crazy, it's gonna look awesome. I know the tiles are a bit like, the floor's a bit weird at the moment, it's a bit janky, but once I've kind of like finished it all off and smoothed some pieces and obviously popped a load of minifigures on, it'll kind of clear up. And obviously the green looks very strange because it looks like they're parking on grass, but they're not. It's all going to be like greys and stuff. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I might do like another entrance down here to bring some more foliage in and a bit more nature. And yeah, I've got a plan to do like a big bridge up here where the Rebels are having a meeting, and start designing some little tables and stuff. And then I've got some really cool pieces here from Yavin and Hoth that I bought ages ago. So I'm going to use all these little pieces like this to make like a little meeting room or something. I don't know if it's going to be raised or on the floor or on like a bridge or somewhere. Either way, I'm going to implement that and it's going to look wicked. I didn't really want this video to be rushed, but I did tell my little one that I'd be going up and watching films with him, and I wanted to make sure that I got this video out this week as well. So I do apologise if it was kind of like me yapping along and you kind of like just listening into what I'm going to be building, but I kind of want to take it really slow, the actual building project of it, and then of course me going over it, talking in a very fast, annoying Birmingham accent. Maybe off-putting, but if it doesn't off-put you, then please subscribe to the channel, because this mock is only going to get bigger and crazier, and all these little details that you guys are going to suggest for me and put in the mock is going to be a real big help, and I want you guys to be a part of it as much as my 3-year-old and I am as well, obviously apart from the building side. I can't invite you all around my house to build this, unfortunately. I wish I could. I wish I had a big museum or a big room for people to come and build, but unfortunately I don't. It's just me and my little one down here building. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, help me out. I love the amount of help that I'm getting at the moment, the support, the subscribers, the comments, the likes. It's just amazing. So thank you all so much. Thank you all for watching. Cheers.